What are the seven chakras and how do they impact you? My name is Steve Forchetti and I help guide people through their spiritual awakenings. Chakra is a Sanskrit word meaning wheel or energy center. Now there are 7 major chakras that exist in and around the body. Each one of them has various functions and regulates different systems within the body. When they are out of balance, they can either be overactive or underactive, and each of those comes with its own symptoms. So let's begin with the bottom. Around the genitals and the tailbone is what's known as the Root Chakra, or Muladhara in Sanskrit. The Root Chakra is the color red, and it has to do a lot with grounding, so your ability to stay tethered into 3D reality and have a general sense of what is real and what is not real. When the Root Chakra is overactive, typically we'll find senses of greediness, violence, and a need for domination in people. And when it's underactive, we'll see fearfulness, frustration, or just being unsure of your place in the world. Moving up, we have around just slightly below the belly button area, we have the Sacral Chakra, which in Sanskrit is Svadhisthana, and it is the color orange. This chakra has to do a lot with creativity, as well as sexual power, and also passion. So when this is overactive, you'll see people who are craving power, overly lustful, manipulative people. It's an extension of the root chakra. They are very close to each other, so they are connected, but they do have their subtle differences. When it's underactive, we'll see with the sacral chakra, see feelings of shyness, guilt, being overly concerned about what other people think, and just a general lack of passion, a lack of creativity, not being tapped into any form of art or expression. Moving up from the sacral chakra, we have the solar plexus chakra, which is known as Manipura in Sanskrit. It is the color yellow and has to do a lot with our confidence, our respect, our integrity, and our sense of personal power. When it is overactive, we will see a sense of being very judgmental, overly critical of each other, and this is typically seen in most bullies in school. When it is underactive, you'll see the opposite, the people that the bullies pick on, the people with low self-esteem, those who get taken advantage of, and those who are just generally apathetic to life and to things in general. Moving up from Manipura, we have the Heart Chakra, which is the center, the middle of the 7 chakras. This is where the balance between the lower 3 and the upper 3 come from. The Heart Chakra is known as Anahata, and the color is green. This has to do with our capacity for love, our capacity for empathy, and what people refer to as just having good vibes. So when this is overactive, we will see a sense of entitlement, a sense of jealousy of others, and a sense of just being very overgiving, giving too much love, too much compassion, too much empathy. When it's underactive, we'll see the opposite of that. We'll have feelings of self-pity, a general fear of rejection, not feeling like you belong in a group, and just a general neediness and clinginess in friendships and intimate relationships. Moving up from Anahata, we have Vishuddha, which is the throat chakra, located right around the throat. This has to do a lot with self-expression, honesty, and our ability to speak truth, be that our personal truth or just general truth, facts. When this is overactive, we'll see people who are over-talkative, people who are very chatty and refuse to be quiet, or people who just can't sit in silence. They need to constantly have noise, particularly their own noise. We'll have people who are overly criticizing of each other, of others, and people who are just generally stubborn. When it's underactive, we see the people who are very shy, who are afraid of public speaking, just very timid in most situations. Doesn't have to necessarily just be public speaking. It can be in small groups or just not wanting to leave the house. A sense of agoraphobia is in itself an underactivity of the throat chakra. We will also see people who are very dependent on each other. Moving up from the throat chakra to what is known as the Third Eye Chakra, which is the most commonly known in the spiritual world. It is in Sanskrit Ajna. Ajna has to do a lot with our intuition, our sense of wisdom, and our ability to be self-actualized and know who we are, or as they say in the mystery schools, know thyself. So the sense of knowing thyself comes from the third eye. When the third eye chakra is overactive, we'll see a general kind of like what you see in any Cheech and Chong movie, just a very spacey, hey dude, yeah, just being spaced out, not really grounded in. Because it's so far up from Muladhara, the root chakra, you're like a balloon in the air. You're untethered. You're spaced out. You don't really know what's going on. You're living in a fantasy world. You're so tapped into your creativity that you can't anchor those thoughts into reality. We see this a lot with people who are overly dependent on psychedelics. Psychedelics can be a great tool for opening the third eye, but when abused, you tend to realize that, not realize, but you tend to believe that what you're seeing in that realm is all that there is, neglecting the fact that we do exist in the physical realm. Not saying that psychedelics are bad. I personally have plenty of experience with them, and they have been a great tool along my awakening. They're not for everybody. I don't suggest that anybody watching this video take them without doing their thorough research, and there are other ways to find the insights that you can get on psychedelics without psychedelics. But they are great tools. Just be careful. Go in with the right set and setting. An underactive third eye chakra would be symptomatic of not being able to see the big picture in the world, again, not being ungrounded, having self-doubt and lacking purpose in life. So not being able to know yourself and not really seeing any purpose in existence, not having passion, similar to the sacral chakra. So the third eye chakra is the second from the top, the sacral is the second from the bottom. So they are connected in that as above, so below sense. That's one of the 7 Hermetic principles, which we'll be getting into in a future video. And finally, going up from the third eye chakra to the crown chakra, which is right on top of the head, where a crown would go. This is known as Sahasrara. Sahasrara in Sanskrit, and the crown chakra is governed by the color purple. I did forget to mention that Vishuddha, the throat chakra, is blue, and the third eye chakra is indigo. So the crown chakra has to do a lot with our personal sense of joy, our connection to self, and our ability to be compassionate to others, because we're taking in energy from source through the third eye chakra. It's coming in from the divine in through our crown to then spread through the rest of our chakras. So an overactive crown chakra will manifest with symptoms such as being addicted to spirituality. People who will only pursue spiritual endeavors without doing anything in the physical realm. People who believe that just by thinking something that it will manifest without taking action. So the crown chakra being the opposite of the root chakra in the polarity, being the top versus the bottom, you're only taking in ideas without grounding them into the physical reality. That would be an addiction to spirituality. People with an overactive crown chakra also crave attention and need to have a sense of popularity and a sense of belonging. An underactive crown chakra would have typical feelings of being misunderstood by friends, family, society. People who can't have fun, they're just way too serious all the time. And because you, with an underactive crown chakra, have shut your access to the divine, this is most common in people who are atheists or agnostics, because the agnostic people will acknowledge that there is something out there, but they don't quite know for sure. So they've dimmed their crown chakra. Atheists have just said, nope, it's not real, it's shut. So these are the 7 chakras, and these are how they impact your life. Now, there are a lot more things that can be researched with the crown, or with the chakras. Different foods that can be consumed in order to amplify the power. Different meditations to open or close different chakras if they are over or underactive. This is merely just an introduction video. So our book for this video is The Introduction to Hinduism by Gavin Flood. The chakras come from the Sanskrit language, which was spoken in ancient India, and it's where the Hindu religion comes from. So typically chakras are associated with Hinduism. This is a very good textbook for learning about the religion and learning about some of the customs as well as other facets of the Hindu religion. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. And if you like this video or the other videos, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share these videos. I'd really love to help more people out there. So again, my name is Steve Forchetti, and I hope you have a nice day. Namaste.